we're talking today to Michael Bentz, the senior partner at Experience on Demand. Welcome, Michael, and thank you for being here. Could you tell us a little bit about your background before starting with Experience on Demand?
I would describe myself as a serial entrepreneur. I've owned a lot of businesses that were basically small or struggling because I could afford to buy them and I liked to fix them.
And were you pretty successful in this past career?
Yes, I was successful. When most people would want to keep the business, when it's doing its best, that's when I would get bored and move on to something else.
So your attraction to this field is in solving problems and helping businesses out of deep spots and growing into powerful enterprises.
Yes,
Okay.
accurately described.
There you go. Well, how did you begin with Experience on Demand? When did that start and what were your ideas?
Actually, about 8 years ago, I was telling someone about my background, and they said, "Oh, you've got to talk to Steve Finkelstein. He wants to put together a consulting company." And so I did. I reached out to him. We met for lunch. We instantly liked each other, which is important when you have partners. Then I was introduced to Frank, and that was the genesis chapter of Experience on Demand.
What was the idea behind the formation of this company? Was there an overriding mission that you wanted to group around?
We actually went out before the company was started and interviewed some major employers. And they told us that because of retirement rules and how lean they had to become because they were public companies, that they were pretty fast to retire people and push them out the door. And we knew that there were people that were in the boomer age that had lots of experience, and that rather than be an employee, you could utilize your skills and give the time to an employer that they want to buy. It's really kind of like buying just the electricity you use from Ameren.
Right. And so has the company grown in the past 7, 8 years?
Oh my gosh, yes. You know, we've moved and expanded several times. We have a lot of people that all have such unique talents. I am so blessed to be surrounded by really, really, really smart people.
What kind of expertise does the company have now in its bank, so to speak?
Human resources, career transition, nonprofit work, strategic planning, finance, deeper levels of financing. We have corporate training, a lot of small business consulting, do a lot of stuff for the courts where there are appointments made of provisional directors or trustees.
Supply chain management, I think, is one of your expertise.
Right.
So
And logistics.
So you've gathered quite a group of experienced professionals here at the company, and I believe you were named the best consulting firm in St. Louis a few years ago. Is that correct?
Yeah, actually fairly recently.
Oh.
We were voted the best consulting firm in St. Louis. That was voted on by the readers of St. Louis Small Business Monthly.
Well, that's quite an honor.
Yes, it
So
was.
speaking of simply yourself, what are the kinds of interests and expertise you bring to the table? What are the kind of clients that you personally serve?
I usually serve the same kind of clients that I used to be. When I would buy those struggling businesses and make changes to make them nice again. Some people like to rehab old houses. I love to rehab businesses. And the only difference now is that I'm helping other people rehab their businesses.
And you find that extremely satisfying, I'm assuming.
It's the perfect job for me. Rather than just doing one at a time as an entrepreneur, now I get to work on several at a time. So it challenges me, and I love it.
That's great. Well, best of luck in your future endeavors, and congratulations on forming such a strong, vital company in our community.
Thank you.